Good morning. We're going with 3 lessons I learned this week, and I've got 3 for you, so let's go. The first one is that I took a little bit of context. I was deep in ChatGPT for a good part of the beginning part of the week, and I took a day off from focused morning focused time. Basically changed up my routine, went to a coffee shop instead, ended up on my laptop anyway, but I worked on something else. But the idea was, I'm not going to think about opportunities, niches, analyzing ideas, anything like that. And I was somewhat expecting that like taking a break would let my subconscious ruminate on all the ideas and everything. And I was kind of expecting like my subconscious to like generate a new idea, or kind of generate a new idea or give me something that I wasn't seeing. But that's not exactly what happened. And so what I learned was, I think the removing myself, just even for that morning, allowed me to approach the situation more clear-headed the next day. And so what was very dark. What was more important was I came back the next day, the next morning. I sat down and got back to my focus time on this, and I went back through all my like ChatGPT conversations, and I noticed, and I was basically trying to organize, like, where am I at? What do I need to do next? And I noticed some like unanswered questions, and there was just a lot of information in there. And so as I was organizing it, I was like, which was actually helping a lot. There was one particular unanswered question that I had just kind of like glossed over in the moment. And that, after going through and organizing all of the information, like what's the situation like, I went to, it was basically like, do small and medium-sized businesses like have a problem or have any problems with like the due diligence phase, vetting influencers phase. And so I went to Reddit hoping to answer that question, and that is what led me down to finding a whole bunch of opportunities, and that was incredibly helpful. And so I think the learning here was not I think I expected like a new idea or a new connection, but it didn't pan out that way. It was more that stepping away allowed me to come back with a fresh perspective, and that is what was valuable, that fresh perspective. So taking a break, coming back with a new perspective, as I was writing this note down yesterday, I was like, God, it feels so obvious. It's like, oh yeah, duh, taking a break is like, you're going to come back with a new perspective. And so I think the question becomes, I think in the moment I struggle with, I have learned over the past 3 years to really value my morning 4 hours of focus, because like that is when I am the most productive. And like if I don't work then, it's like I don't have any other time in the day that is that productive. And so it's not like, you know, I was imagining this situation like Alex Hormozy, who works like whatever 12, 16-hour days, which is like great for him. That's not my life, but you know, if he took 4 hours off, that's like not that much. But if I take 4 hours off, it's like my entire day of focus time. So I still haven't, maybe one day I'll make 3 lessons I learned and actually learn a lesson around, or something, I learned something around this. But yeah, still not quite sure how to value breaks and rest. But anyway, that was number one. Number two is when I got back to this hostel, it was a little bit of a, apparently I turn off the lights when I walk by. It was a bit of a not shocker. I'll link to the video. But my first night back, there was this guy who was taking a call inside the dorm, inside his like capsule bed pod thing, in this big like 20-something person dorm. He was taking a call and he was talking like at normal speaking volume for like 30 minutes. And eventually, about 40 minutes later, is when he finally like left. I finally sat up and, you know, undid the screen. It's like, hey, can you take your call somewhere else? So I'll link to the video where I talked about this moment. But the thing I learned here is that I'm making trade-offs by going back to a hostel, and that's okay. I'm just learning that I need to, in the micro, like right now, just reset my expectations. Because I'm not in my own room, in a hotel room, you know, I don't have my own space anymore. And like I said, that's okay. Like, I chose this. I just have to reset my expectations. And the other thing I wanted to say was, I find that I adapt well to situations. And so part of this thought process is just like, give myself time to adapt. Like, I will adapt to the fact that there's one hand dryer in the bathroom, and it's one of, back in the craziness, there's one hand dryer in the bathroom, and it's the one that like blows at 0.25 miles per hour. It's like, you know, that one. So, you know, I'm like, am I really gonna stand here for 45 minutes trying to dry my hands with this blower thing going on? Anyway, the reason I say that is because the hotel that I was just at had the Dyson like V super blow. Those are the best. Anyway, I adapt, so I'll adapt to the situation. Just have to give myself time. So, resetting expectations. Third one is very niche and practical, actionable. I was doing some research, was it yesterday? Yesterday or the day before, and I read this comment from some Redditor who was talking about he is a SaaS founder and has built lots of SaaS products. And the process he follows for validating ideas and like finding and talking to customers is he builds a landing page and, you know, with a call to action. It builds nothing. Sets up a landing page with a call to action like join the waitlist or like join early access, setting the expectation clear that like this is not a product that exists, but basically putting up your hypothesis and then seeing what kind of feedback you get, and either directing people to like a survey to fill out questions or like getting their emails, and then like you actually have the leads of the target customers that you're trying to target. And I had thought about doing this before, and I actually have done this, but I don't think I felt like I had enough of a solution with the travel blogging thing to feel like I should build a landing page. At least that was how I felt. But what I'm learning now is like, you just need a hypothesis, basically. Can you accurately target the customer pain points? And then throw in a call to action button, basically. And then the last thing is running ads. So I think for this, researching the influencer marketing, I want to do this landing page running ads setup and see how it goes, rather than, because I feel like, I mean, I could reach out to brands as well, small to medium sized businesses, but it feels less like I'm gonna get a response than reaching out to the travel bloggers. So, I mean, I'll probably still do it because like I need to talk to people, but maybe landing page plus ads will potentially be more effective, and that'll give me one repetition of learning how to do that process, so that for the next one I will know what to do. So, third lesson, rather than cold reach outs and getting everyone to ignore me in my cold emails, we're going to try landing page and ads this time.